You know, there's this kind of beautiful, hilarious chaos that happens when a kid and an animal get together. It's a whole relationship built on like sticky fingers, slobbery kisses, and this amazing unspoken understanding that just goes way deeper than words. It's something we see all over the world. And today, we're going to unpack what makes that bond so incredibly powerful. Okay, let's just start right here. This moment from the YouTube channel Life with Malamutes, it is absolute perfection. You've got this little boy sharing his food with the family dog whose name is actually Titan. But in his world, it's Satan. And there's zero judgment, no fear, just this simple, pure question, you sharing? This is it. This is the raw, unfiltered heart of the connection we're going to explore.
So what is actually happening in moments like these? I mean, there's so much more than just cute clips to share online. They tell us something really fundamental about our own connection to the animal world.
And you see it everywhere, right? A cat gently rocking a baby's cradle, a little girl so carefully offering a snack to her pet lizard, a toddler having a full-on negotiation with a parrot over a water bottle. There are no social rules. It's just this raw, instinctual bond, completely free from all the baggage that we adults tend to bring to our relationship.
It's so easy to just watch that, say ah, and keep scrolling. But what's going on beneath the surface? On a psychological level, what is this bond teaching us about how a child's mind actually works? Well, let's get into the science of it. So how in the world do you measure a connection like this? Well, a 2020 study from the International Journal of Progressive Education decided to try. Researchers wanted to get past all the cute anecdotes and actually quantify something they called sensitivity to animals in young kids. So what do they mean by sensitivity? It's not just about, liking puppies. It's a child's deep-seated awareness, their ability to actually perceive an animal's feelings and understand what it might need. Really, it's just a pure, uncut form of empathy. Now, here's where the study found something really surprising. You'd probably think that most kids who are super sensitive to animals must have a pet at home, right? Well, the data showed the exact opposite. A whopping 60% of the kids they studied didn't own any pets at all. And this is the key, that natural sensitivity, that ability to connect and feel for an animal. It didn't depend on having a golden retriever sleeping at the foot of your bed. It seems to be something much more fundamental, something that's just already there in kids. And man, kids see the world with such clarity. When they were asked how people treat animals, they didn't give fuzzy answers. They gave specifics. On the one hand, they see kindness, people feeding street animals, feeling sorry for them. And on the other, they see the absolute opposite, cruelty, throwing stones, abandoning pets. They see both sides with this kind of startling honesty.
This quote from one of the third graders in the study, it just cuts right to the heart of everything. There's no complicated philosophy here, just a simple, powerful truth. The animal's life is so precious. That's a moral compass right there, built from pure feeling.
Okay, so having that built-in sensitivity is one thing. But how does a child learn to turn that feeling into an actual choice, into, doing something about it? Let's look at that piece of the puzzle. Well, this is where one of our oldest and most powerful tools comes in, storytelling. A simple story with a moral, like the one in The Magic of Helping Animals, can act like a roadmap for a kid. It shows them how to translate that feeling inside into an act of kindness out in the world. So think about the story of a boy named Lucas. It follows this really simple but powerful formula. First, he just notices a hungry dog. That's the empathy kicking in. Then, he turns that feeling into an action by sharing his food. And finally, he has this big realization. The real magic isn't getting some prize. It's the incredible feeling you get from just help. And that's the core lesson, right? The story drives home that the best reward is the one you feel inside. It's not about getting something for being good. It's about the warmth of knowing you did something good. It teaches that kindness is its own reward.
And this whole idea of taking action connects right back to the kids in the study. They weren't just sitting back and feeling sorry for animals. They were active problem solvers. Look at their suggestions. They're so practical. Build a kennel, organize a campaign, even stand up to people who are doing harm. They're already thinking like little caretakers of the world.
Now, this bond with one specific animal, it doesn't just exist in a bubble. It's often the very first thread that connects a child to something way, way bigger, the entire natural world.
Think about it. That dog, that cat, even that bird in the backyard. For a child, that's an ambassador from nature. It's a living, breathing piece of the environment that they can actually touch and care for and try to understand. This first relationship can literally lay the foundation for a lifetime of caring about the planet.
And let's be really clear about what we mean by nature. It's not just someplace with a lot of trees. As this definition puts it, it's the connection between the world around us and the life inside us. That little kid sharing a snack with Satan, he's experiencing nature in its most direct and personal form.
You can see this idea explored in really beautiful ways in more complex stories, too. Take the animated film The Red Turtle. It's about a man stranded on an island who keeps trying to escape to control his situation. But nature, personified as this giant turtle, keeps stopping him.
And as this Reddit user explains so perfectly, the moment the man stops fighting and just accepts where he is, nature doesn't give him a prize for winning. Instead, it offers him a gift, a companion, a life. It suggests that true fulfillment doesn't come from conquering nature, but from finding our place within it.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. We've gone from a toddler sharing a snack to a deep allegorical film. What's the final takeaway? Why does encouraging this bond between kids and animals matter so much for all of us?
Well, the science is really clear. The benefits are profound, and they can last a lifetime. When a kid cares for an animal, they're not just learning how to fill a food bowl. They are building real empathy and self-confidence. They're learning about responsibility, how to manage stress, and maybe most importantly, they're fostering a deep respect for all living things.
So it really does all come full circle, doesn't it? It starts with a simple, instinctual moment, sharing your food with a creature you might call Titan or you might call Satan. And from that one small act, something massive can grow. A compassionate, responsible person who truly understands their connection to the world around them.
Which leaves us with one last thing to think about. This deep connection to nature and animals. Is it something we're just born with, like a gift? Or is it more like a tiny seed of empathy that has to be carefully watered and taught so it can grow into a lifelong responsibility? You know, based on everything we've looked at, the answer is probably both.